Good morning. It's Thursday. It rained most of the night last night. I had a bunch of critters in camp last night. I had a skunk for one of them. Uh, Stuff rifling, trying to rifle through stuff, and I had to scare them off. I don't know what all was there, but I know a skunk was one of them because I could sure smell it. I wouldn't let my dog outside, of course. Oh, God, that would have been horrible. It rained like I said, it rained most of the night. A couple things got damp. I don't know. It's just because it's damp. It feels damp. I don't know if it's just because it was really damp. It's really damp outside or not, but it cleared up a little bit this morning. Of course, having a fire is going to be an issue because everything is wet. Wet, wet, soaking wet. Because it poured for quite a while. But I don't have any puddles on the floor of my tent that I can see anywhere. I did just get a drip, but I think it's just condensation. Yeah, it's just condensation. And I slept okay. I stayed warm and dry because I have my MSS sleep system, and it's got that Gore-Tex baby cover. And even though it's open, the baby cover's on top. And then I have this over the top of that to reflect body heat back down because it's so cold you can see your breath at night. It's going to get down to close to freezing tonight, and it's supposed to be more rain today and tomorrow. So anyway, a little quick update. Just thought I'd let you guys know. It's what, Thursday morning? Something like that. God, I can't even think. Hold on a second, let me check. Yeah, it's Thursday morning. So Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday morning. I got 3 more days. Because I have no way to get a hold of my son to have him just come get me early, because there's nothing I can do when it's rainy and all wet and everything, really. Because I don't have gaiters. I don't have dry shoes. Well, they're dry now because I got them in a bag, but the minute I walk out there in that wet grass, they'll get wet, and then my feet will get cold, so. Like I said, the wood is all wet. So I don't even know if I can get a fire started. It's a good thing I had those trail mix bars I made, because I may end up having to live off of those for the next 3 days, which would kind of suck to have to only eat those. But hey, it's food, right? In an SHTF situation, that stuff keeps you going. And this is not an SHTF situation, but it's borderline because of the weather, and I have no way to get out of here and no contact with anybody. And usually people, when they roll through here, they're rolling through at 40 miles an hour down that gravel road, and getting them to pull over might be an issue. Even if I could get somebody to pull over to make a text for me to have him come get me. He works, so, and he can't just call in and say, I need to take the afternoon off, because he's in the Army, so I'm stuck. But anyway, me and Gizzy are fine. She had a big accident. I've been letting her use my blue coat at night, because I've been wearing this brown one with the hood to keep my head warm and my ears warm at night, which is a good idea, by the way, because it's got a drawstring. You can put it up around your head and draw it up, and it won't come off like a beanie cap will. And keeps your head warm and your ears warm. And it's been so cold, it's cold at night. So being able to keep your head warm is a big thing without having to put it under the covers. I didn't want to have to put it under my covers because it doesn't want to breathe underneath there. Okay, and your body aspirates a little moisture anyway, but with the Gore-Tex baby cover and this cover, the sleeping bag system's liable to get really damp, and I didn't want to put my head under the covers and breathe moist, warm air in there and get it in my sleeping system. So I had to figure out a way to keep my face out. And my nose is red from the cold because it's been sticking out. But so that's what I did, and worked. But back to Gizzy. She must have ate a bug or something that didn't agree with her, because not last night, but night before last, she had really bad coming out both ends. She got it all over her blanket she had for her bedding and my blue coat, and which I took down to the creek and washed out, but it's not even dry yet because everything's so damp and air's so moist. It doesn't want to dry out real easy. And so I ended up giving her some of my dirty clothes to lay on. I've got one of those windshield reflectors with a t-shirt and a towel and something else. Oh, and my flannel shirt for her to lay on at night because she was cold. And I don't blame her because it was cold in here. But the blanket, I can't, it's a kind of a, trying to wash it out is easy enough. That's easy enough. But the thing is it's gonna soak up so much moisture. It's gonna be hard for me to get up the hill, much less dry it out. So, but now it's all rained on, so now it's really heavy. So I'm just gonna leave that out there. I'm gonna spread it out and let it dry, even though it has, you know, some leftover poop on it. And I'll just stick it in a trash bag, take it home, and throw it in the washing machine and run it through there 3 or 4 times, depending on how long it takes to get totally clean. Oh, excuse me. Really wish I had some coffee. I want some coffee. My pout. I want coffee. Oh, here comes Gizzy. She's like, "What's wrong, Mama?" But I still got a few sodas left, and I've got water, and I've got Kool-Aid, and I've got different things I can drink if I want. So we're going to see how it works out. I'm going to wait till the sun's up and it gets warm. Hopefully it won't start raining again. And I'm going to go out and try to find something dry so I can make myself some coffee and some breakfast. Because I really like to have some hot food in me. That would be a nice thing. I haven't hardly made a dent in the supplies I brought with me. Because I realized that I had brought too much refrigerated stuff with me in my cooler. So I've been concentrating on eating and drinking all of that because, well, I have no way to resupply my ice, which I use those frozen jugs with ice. And so this is a 3-day cooler, and yesterday was the 4th day, and I still had ice in there, but not a lot. So I'm gonna probably end up throwing away a couple of things. I don't really want to do that, but I can't really eat them if they're spoiled. And with Gizzy having that issue the other night, I don't want to have her eat them and then get ill again, because if she gets ill again, then I have nothing for her to sleep on, you know. So we'll just let her eat her dog food, whether she likes it or not. She doesn't really like it right now, so she can deal with it. But no, Gizzy, sit down, honey. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. She's like, I want to. Good girl. Okay, now go lay down. All right, well, listen, I'm going to get off here. It's Thursday morning. We're going to wait. The sun just now peeked over the hills. So we're going to give it just a little while to warm up. And I'm going to get my little butt out there and see if I can find me some dry firewood somewhere. Or at least something maybe I can baton down to get to the center part that's dry. So I've got my axe and saw and my knife. So we'll see what we can get done. I doubt we'll get a fire going in this. It's pretty bad. It's really wet. So I'll talk to you later, guys. Hit the thumbs up. If I do anything other special, I'll let you know.